Right, and one program that could be affected here, SNAP benefits. Nearly 1.4 million Georgians rely on SNAP. And with this government shutdown, they are at risk of losing funding for those benefits on November 1st. That is right around the corner. 11 Alive's Marissa Sarback joining us live in Midtown. With details, Marissa, on what happens to these benefits if the government remains shut down through Friday.
Well, Faith, some states are taking it to the point to warn people that if the government doesn't reopen by the end of the week, they simply won't have enough time to get those benefits out by November 1st, by those November deadlines. They're telling people to start rationing their monthly benefits. Friends Camilla and Katrinea are both getting SNAP benefits in Atlanta. If the government remains shut down, they won't get their November benefits, according to DHS.
Now they're already hard enough with food stamps, so without them, it's definitely going to be, harder.
Camilla says she has 8 kids to feed.
As a parent, you are responsible for it, and I hate to say depend on it, but it helps with food, with milk, eggs, like stuff that just you can't keep enough of.
Both women visit Midtown Assistance Center, a social services nonprofit.
So many of the people that come to see us are SNAP beneficiaries, and so they really rely upon that to purchase food for their households.
Executive Director Jenny Jobson says the need for food assistance continues to grow. If SNAP benefits aren't issued in November, most people will rely more heavily on food banks to cover the gaps.
I mean, we're already struggling to keep our pantry well stocked. Our community partners are hurting trying to keep pantries well stocked.
Jobson says donations are needed now more than ever.
Food donations and community food drives. So we've had a good response from local schools and apartment complexes and congregations, but we need more.
Especially with Thanksgiving on the horizon.
It's just a bad time. Holidays are really hard for people.
Well, we reached out to the governor's office about the potential loss of funding for the SNAP benefits. They sent a statement that reads in part, quote, as the impacts of the Schumer shutdown are becoming clearer for Georgians, Democrats like Senators Ossoff and Warnock still refuse to do their jobs and open the government. Reporting live in Midtown, Marissa Sarback for 11 Alive News.
All right, Marissa, thank you so much for bringing that to us. Now, WIC, which helps women, infants, and children, would also be impacted if the government doesn't reopen this week. But we do have an update from the Georgia Department of Public Health. Georgia did receive an additional federal funding of approximately $9 million. We know that that will keep WIC operational in our state into the first part of November.